Alright guys, so here's the deck profile. We're going for the vampire deck. We got 3 Shadow Vampire. He's kind of like your main Exceeds play monster. He special summons a level 5 vampire, or special summons a vampire from the deck. You just can't attack, but when you make Bram, who is the main Exceed, you can steal monsters from your opponent's graveyard, so he's pretty effective. Next we have 3 Vampire Sorcerer. He's essentially your Stratos. When he is sent to the graveyard by your opponent's card effect or by their battle, you add a vampire card from your deck to your hand. So you can add the field or trap, and also a monster. And you remove him to summon a vampire without tributing. So he is key. Double Vampire Duke, more level 5 Exceed fodder, plus when he's special summoned, you can declare a card type and send from your opponent's deck that they need to send a card of that type. You have Double Max C, standard hand trap, works really well in this deck, works well against most decks. Double Vampire Grace, she is your level 6 Exceed, your route to get to them. There's only a few times that you make it, but she's pretty good. Double Pyramid Turtle, your basic recruiter, along with the 1 Goblin Zombie. I'd probably bump the Goblin Zombie up to 2, but for one, right now it's pretty good at 1. Double Mizuki, keeps those vampires alive. Now onto the one-ofs. We got 1 Zombie Master. I think it's pretty efficient to run that in any zombie deck. 1 Dark Armed, you run Darks, and you are able to manipulate the graveyard, so he's good. Spirit Reaper gets you out of sticky situations, and last but not least, the 1 Vampire Lord. It's nice to be able to run Vampire Lord, and he's actually a decent card in this. So there's that for monsters. Now on to Spell Traps. The 2 Vampire Kingdom. They allow you to destroy a card by sending a vampire to the graveyard when a card is sent from your opponent's deck to the graveyard. So, basically, the Grace Lord and Duke's effects. And they give a 500 boost during the damage step to any zombies. So they're good as well. Double Soul Exchange. It is really, really good in this deck. I know a lot of decks online haven't shown this card in them a lot, and that's actually pretty surprising to me because a lot of times you can't attack anyway with your Exceeds plays and stealing monsters and things like that. So, I put it in here and it's tested really well so far. Double MST, I think it's pretty much a staple at this point, especially with a back row heavy format. Double Palo Duality, you're running a slow tribute-based deck, so you're not going to be special summoning all that often. I mean, granted you do, but I think this is one of the best first turn cards in the game. Onto the one-ofs, 1 Foolish Burial, really good in this, really good in any zombie deck. 1 Book of Life, just that Moth Reborn is a good asset, and 1 Dark Hole. On to traps. You got the Double Vampire Takeover, another key card in this deck, allows you to play the Vampire Kingdom straight from your deck, and special summon a vampire from the graveyard. So this is actually a really powerful card if you can use it. Double Fiendish Chain, really good standard trap. 1 Mirror Force, 1 Compulse, 1 Solemn Warning, and 1 Torrential. I think they all kind of speak for themselves. And last but not least, 1 Deck Devi. Virtually every monster in this deck is over 2,000 attack, so Deck Devi can be really crucial in games with monsters where you're playing cards that have low attack, so that's pretty good. And onto the extra deck, you have your rank 4s. I have Maestroke, Photon Papilloperative, and Gakuga Cowboy. You generally don't make rank 4s because your level 4 monsters, essentially Vampire, Sorcerer, you want them to go to the graveyard by your opponent's effect so you get that search off. On to the rank 5s. You have your 3 Vampire Bram, steals monsters from your opponent's graveyard and doesn't die. When he's sent to the graveyard by your opponent's battle or card effect, he comes back on the next standby phase in defense mode. So he's not only tribute fodder, but he just is a really good shield. 1 Crimson Shadow Ninja, just a good rank 5, along with Tyrus, Adrius. These guys all very situational cards. Generally, you're going to go into Bram, but if these are a better option, you have them there available for them. And for my rank 6 Exceeds, I have Gauntlet Launcher. This card is actually pretty impressive due to the fact that you're allowed to destroy 2 monsters a turn. So it's pretty solid. I actually really like him. He's tested well. 1 Force Focus and 1 Photon Strike Bouncer. Now, granted, you don't get to 6s a lot, but Photon Strike Bouncer can steal the game for you if you can get to him, because of a lot of monsters these days are based on effects and being able to negate them. Having him in a Bram on the field is actually very good. And right now I actually don't have an a side deck because I'm actually just testing this deck right now. So possibly a side deck in the future, but for right now I'm sticking with this. and it's working out pretty good. So if you guys like the video, leave a thumbs up. It really helps me out. If you have any comments, leave them in the comment section below, suggestions, anything like that. I love to hear from you guys, and as always, remember to subscribe and join the revolution today. This is Slender Revolution X signing out, and I will see you guys next time. Take it easy.